The Ethnic Relations Commission was created through the Constitution to protect and preserve the rights of all 6 ethnic groups. So, what we commonly deal with is if there is a complaints of ethnic or racial discrimination, you can report it to the ERC and we investigate and try to come with a solution to the matter. So I'll tell you a little bit about how this structure is set up. Our commissioners would have indicated to you that they represent labor, the African community, indigenous community, women, and we have 6 other commissioners who unfortunately couldn't be here today. And they represent youth, the Indian community, Hindu community, Muslim community, Christian community, and the private sector. So those are the 6 that are not here. And all those commissioners come together to come up with plans and ideas to promote harmony and good relations. Because we don't sit there and wait for complaints only. We try our best to implement initiatives across Guyana. This is why we're here in this lovely village to let you know about what we do.
The 24 functions of the Ethnic Relations Commission are geared towards doing 3 things. 1, to prevent discrimination or to eliminate discrimination. 2, to promote equality of opportunity. As you know, in Guyana, there are different segments and sections of the population who think that they are being left out of opportunities, they're not being given enough resources, they're behind other groups and so on, right? So the ERC has the mandate to prevent such a situation or occurrence. And then thirdly, to foster unity, harmony, and good relations, right? Because that is what we want. We want what is called a good society. Philosophers have been trying to come up with the formula for thousands of years of how we can achieve the good society, where everyone can realize their fullest potential, right? However, we keep coming up with different concepts. Some say communism, some say socialism, some say liberalism, and all these big fancy words. But wherever people come together, there are always differences of perspectives, how we should govern ourselves, who should get what age should members of this society have a say, at what age, and so on and so forth, right? We never agree on anything. So that is where we now have to come together and have consensus, have discussion, listen to everyone, and arrive at a solution that is acceptable. In Guyana, we've had a history of conflict. Those who are old enough would know, especially along the coast, we have a history of inter-ethnic conflict, predominantly between African Guyanese and East Indian Guyanese. And for those of you who follow social media, and so as the CEO said, you would see even at the level of not only the politicians, but at the grassroots people, we keep saying bad things to each other and about each other, right? So that is what led to a situation that occurred in 1997, where one party lost the election and there was big turmoil. And so they had to send in a referee, CARICOM, and they went to constitutional reform. One of the agreements coming out of constitutional reform was the establishment of an Ethnic Relations Commission, which is a very unique entity in the region. I think there are probably about 2 or 3 throughout the world, but not very many. But we have the mandate to referee this very hostile and contentious ethnic environment where people don't like you because your skin color or your hair And what we've heard in indigenous communities, where it's a very homogeneous community, it's just everybody almost look the same, but there are still differences. People say, well, I like you because you wearing blue, this one wearing green, and the one wearing red. And so it's a problem, right? And it's a problem for the ERC because we have to ensure that there's harmony and good relations, right? That if something is to come to this community, that not one person getting everything and the rest of the residents getting nothing, or just a drop, right? So that is our concerns, and we do these community visits because we want to hear from you.
When you check Facebook page and any matter come up that has to do with different ethnic group, you will not always see words or comments mentioned in favor of the ERC, rather not in favor. And I hope before we out, the technical people will tell you about the act that we work with in the law, and based on those acts, we are guided by them on how to deal with them. But as a woman representative, I want to say quickly that May month is a month of mental health awareness. And from Tushar, we learned that everybody has a Facebook account. And you would have noticed that there are issues with women. One woman killed her daughter. I just see one with another, but the minister took it in hand very quickly. So how does that relate to ERC? Well, if a woman is disturbed at home, she might, what we're saying, look for the closest person in the home to deal with that matter and take out her anger. But that anger can go in different directions. It can go to ethnic, it can go to school, it can go to the community. So let us be cognizant of those in the community. But I am very worried about what's happening with women in Guyana right now. And I am reading carefully to see if it's going to transcend in ethnic groups. But I'm just bringing up the mental health awareness to say that it can affect the home, but it can also affect society. At least women should get together and talk, right? You should get together and talk. And when you talk, you let go of what's within you.
The Public Education and Awareness Unit, as our CEO indicated, is one of the departments within the Ethnic Relations Commission. We are primarily responsible with, as the name suggests, spreading awareness about the work of the Ethnic Relations Commission. You would have been in contact with some of the program officers of the Public Education and Awareness Unit, as they would have been with you for a couple of days prior to our commissioners coming here today. And I think they would have had a film festival showcase for your community last night as well. I say that to say that the work that we do is predicated on spreading the awareness that's enshrined in the documentation that you have in front of you. That booklet has 24 functions, constitutional functions, that the ERC is mandated to execute. Part of those functions lie with the Public Education and Awareness Unit. And in the execution of our duties, we try our best to satisfy the mandates as prescribed by the Constitution of Guyana. Right? I don't want to bore you with too much technicality, but as our Commissioner Saran did indicate, we are guided by the Constitution, we're guided by the 24 functions, and we're also guided by the legal provisions contained within the Constitution of Guyana. Right? So there are laws of Guyana that we have to follow. My colleagues in the Media Monitoring Unit and the Investigative Unit could go into details about the specific acts. But we, just to say that from the PEAU's aspect, we deal with awareness. We are currently, as our CEO indicated, in schools. We are currently conducting diversity, equity, and inclusivity training across different state and private sector bodies in Guyana. And we are also Apart from the stakeholder engagements such as these, we also have national activities plan that center around, again, our mandate and to, as all of the commissioners here stated today, promoting harmony and good relations.
The media monitoring unit has two components. One is that we monitor the traditional media and social media continuously. And when we have elections, as you know, we have a lot of tension, we would monitor the campaigns. Now, to show spoke, whereas on the coastline you would have mainly the Indian and African group would have the prevailing issues, or to show here spoke about xenophobia and the Warrows. Now that would be more relevant here. Now, so what xenophobia is the hatred or discrimination of persons based on their nationality. So if a Venezuelan national, Cuban, whichever nationality, they were to come into the communities and they would want to seek services, and you or anyone would discriminate them, that would fall under the category of xenophobia, right? So but what we here at the ERC do, we encourage responsible social media use, not just for xenophobia, but for all other types of infractions, such as if you stereotyping people, for instance, you see all of one race is lazy, or something of that sort. That would be like a stereotype. So we once we see what we call hate speech on Facebook, what we do, we would issue a little warning. We would tell the person who made a comment where they went in error, and then there's also a little warning on the prescribed fines. And the two acts which we focus on are the Racial Hostility Act and the Representation of the People's Act. And just to give you a little bit of information here, the Racial Hostility Act says that you can be liable to pay a fine of $500,000 and to imprisonment for 7 years if you attempt to excite hostility or ill will on the ground of race. So if you have another ethnic or race group comes into the community and you want to execute some kind of hostile act against them, you could actually be fined. So just to emphasize that the ERC stresses responsible social media use, and for the Representation of the People Act, which has more to do with elections time, if the content that you say or the remarks that you make results in violence among the people, you could be fined $100,000 together with 2 years of imprisonment. So while you say, oh, you're reading Facebook and so on, what ERC does, and Ms. Miller will go into that more, is that they refer matters to the Guyana Police Force. So when we see something online, and let us say it is inciting racial hatred, we would send it over to the investigative unit, and then they would do their investigative work and then do the necessary action. But ERC doesn't only seek to punish, there's conciliation. We try to bring harmony, we try to bring communities together.
We have 3 core functions. The first being to conduct investigations. So if you believe that you have been discriminated based on race or your ethnicity, you can contact the ERC. All of our information is provided in the brochure. So you contact us, we will send investigative officers in the community, or we call and arrange something. For instance, if you guys can't make it to Georgetown, we come to you. We gather evidence, we collect statements, and then we provide a report. This report is then taken to the investigative subcommittee, which consists of commissioners. Some of them are sitting right here. Based on the report, they would make a recommendation on how we proceed with such a case. For instance, if you have an issue with your neighbor, he may have said something based on your race or call you something, and you contact us. We come, we do the report, and In such cases, we won't want to refer that matter to the police. We would first want to make amends. So, in that instance, we would offer conciliation, where we would invite both parties, talk to them, and look for amicable solution. So, that's our second function, to offer alternative dispute resolution. And the third would be referral for further action. Now, in a case where the situation is dire and we found that it may have breached a Racial Hostility Act, as Mr. Fanfare would have mentioned, we can refer that matter to the police.